Well, I was reading about a major expansion that's being proposed for Pine Haven nursing residents. And a story said in the record that it's going to provide local seniors with the opportunity to age in place. This is Pine Haven, located on Lexington Road at Davenport, and the location's going to go undergo a major construction. And what struck me is once again the opportunity to age in place. What exactly does that mean, and what's going to happen with the construction? To tell us more about it, we are joined on the line by Sherry Maynard. Sherry Maynard, excuse me. She is the Director of Marketing for construction company Maxion Management Services Incorporated. Sorry about that, Sherry. How you doing?
No worries. I'm good, Joe. How are you?
Excellent, thanks.
Good.
Let's talk about that first. Aging in place strategies. What does that mean?
Well, our senior population historically had one option if they weren't able to live in their homes, and that was to move into a nursing home. We look back 20, 30 years, but the demographics certainly have, outlined a number of different opportunities. There's so many people coming of age to move into different types of accommodation. So, we are now developing strategies where they can move into a community and they could be completely independent and then move within the community, so meaning within the building structure, and get services as they age. So they can age in place instead of having to move into a nursing home right away.
I see. Okay, so that's where this leads into the construction of this facility. Now, tell me about that. I understand, as you mentioned, there's going to be three separate buildings. Because the current location is going to be taken down, correct?
It's a phased project.
Ah.
So what you read in the paper certainly is correct in terms of the stats, but it is a phased project over 5 to 7 years. It's certainly a market-driven project. Dean Management under Rob Del Bianco, who is a second-generation participant in retirement home development, is part of this certainly project. He's the mover and the shaker, in terms of the development. So he does have the opportunity to look at through different phases. Phase one will be joint life lease, which is similar to a condo, so independent living, and retirement. That'll be the phase one. Once phase one is constructed, then we'll move into looking at taking parts of the existing structure down to facilitate phase two. So that again is over a 5 to 7 year span.
Okay. So where is everybody going to be moving to? The residents there? They're not going to stay there during the construction, I assume.
They actually are.
Oh, okay.
Taking great care. It's the construction company Maxion certainly have been involved in this type of project before, and they take great care of the residents, the existing residents on the property. And once the facility is constructed, then they'll simply move into the new retirement section.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So. And the existing long-term care facility will stay, where it is until we move into, third and fourth stage of the project.
Now, I understand that the plans are to put in a swimming pool and movie screen rooms and a number of gathering spaces. Movie screening rooms. I thought, okay, that was quite interesting. Is this because of is this a new phase with seniors' homes where the people who will be coming into that senior stage have grown up in a different era where, I do like to go out to a movie still?
Well, I'm moving into that age demographic. I'm 51, and I want to go to the movies until I'm 90.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
So I don't think that we don't have to think in terms of aging and sitting and waiting for anything. We have to really focus on enjoying life right to the end. So What do we all enjoy? We love swimming. We love going to the show and movies, and in particular gathering spaces. That social emotional connection that a lot of more senior aged people suffer from. They live in their homes alone, and they don't necessarily connect with a lot of people throughout. Could be days, weeks that they don't talk to anybody. So that social emotional emotional connection is being, there's a lot of attention to that based on having all of this gathering space and different amenity areas that are going to be, quite frankly, a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm,
We're looking at cocktail parties and just a really fun, hotel stay.
Yeah.
It'll be a wonderful environment for people.
Yeah. Now, I understand this expansion plan, it is a proposal, and you're going to be going to Waterloo Council next week. Is there
Correct.
anything that you see, any roadblock that is preventing this from changing?
Well, Rob Del Bianco and Paul Michelin, the developer, certainly have taken everything into account. Rob Del Bianco's been involved in retirement homes for many, many, many years, and his father before him. So they certainly have a very clear understanding of what's required in terms of, the development. Some of the issues, of course, are the noise based on a location in the Conestoga Parkway, but by code, the units will be built based on the sound transmission ratings, and they've already been introduced into the entire design. So that, I know that the community certainly asks us on a regular basis in the presentation center, what about the highway and what about the noise, and it's going to be noisy. So those are all taken into account, and traffic. I mean, we're introducing a lot more people into the area. However, again, it's been developed and built around, the traffic studies that have been done, and we certainly will. The roads will accommodate all of the increased traffic. So there's been sort of really, good planning around the infrastructure in the surrounding area.
Okay, excellent. Well, best of luck with that, and best of luck with the construction. If you're talking to Rob, if I could add a suggestion besides swimming pools, movie screens, and gathering spaces,
You can.
how about an indoor track and a weightlifting system? That would be good.
Well, that's already
Seniors,
taken care of, Joe.
yeah, seniors
We've already
pumping
got
iron.
it.
Yeah, okay.
We've got it. We've
Okay.
got a fabulous track area and a weight room. So come on over.
Okay, sounds good. I'm moving in.
All right.
Sherry, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.
My pleasure. You too. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Sherry Maynard is the Director of Marketing for construction company Maxion Management Services. And as mentioned, that issue, the expansion plan, goes before Waterloo Council this Monday night, July 15th. But yeah, that was the one thing that caught me. Swimming pool, movie screening rooms, gathering spaces. I guess you have an impression of what a senior's location will be like. And, some of the ones, maybe have been into because of what the trend was in the past. They didn't have such things. Yes, sure, they had a major, big living rooms or gathering spaces. But yeah, swimming pool, yeah, track. That sounds good. Indoor track to walk around. I think it's an excellent plan.